What's going on? Welcome back. Today, I'm going to give you the ultimate guide on how to start an Airbnb business for absolutely free. You heard me, absolutely free. Now, you've probably been scouring the internet. You've been on Google, you've been on YouTube, you've been everywhere trying to figure out how to get into the Airbnb industry, and you probably didn't have the money, you didn't have the knowledge, you didn't have the good credit, you didn't know where to start, what to do, and how to really get into this industry. But today, I'm gonna break it down for you step by step, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to get started in Airbnb for absolutely free. Now, first things first, guys, make sure you click the follow button, subscribe, and if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns after this video, I want you to leave them in the comments below. And I also have a discovery call link where you can talk to me for absolutely free, no obligations, and I'll be able to answer some of your questions, but you have to be able to watch the video to make sure I don't answer anything that you might have. Let's go ahead and jump in the video and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go. You're still here, right? So you do want to know how to get into the Airbnb space for absolutely free? Great, I got you. First things first, we're going to be doing something called the middleman method, which is actually wholesale real estate. Wholesale real estate is the art of finding a seller and a buyer, marrying the two, putting them together, and you making the profit in the middle. Now you're probably thinking, Rhonda, how does this correlate with Airbnb? I got you, no worries. Okay. Now, once you do this, you can make $5,000, $10,000 for playing the middle and putting together some paperwork. Now, it does take a little bit more time, but you're actually going to get free capital to then go and fund your Airbnb business, right? First things first, Houston, Texas, right? Boom, we come here to Zillow.com. You go for sale, and we're gonna go to up to $200,000. Beds, bath, don't really matter. Home type, I'm gonna keep it on just houses for right now. And then right here, we're gonna go for buy owner. And we only want it to be listed by the owner, nothing else. No coming soon, just by the owner. I'm going to apply this, okay? This is 21 days on Zillow, 51 days on Zillow, 116 days on Zillow, right? I'm gonna be looking at this property right here just for the sake of training. Now, this property is for $179,900. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it looks like it, can use some work. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the ugliest house on the block for a reason, okay? Now, once we take this property, we know the address is right here. We know that it's for sale by owner, meaning that there's no real estate agent. There's nobody in between. It's me and the owner. That's who I want to talk to, okay? So we know that this property right here this is the address. So what we're going to do is go to another site called propstream.com. Now, propstream.com, I'm going to give it to you guys for absolutely free by clicking it in the description, okay? It's a 14-day free trial. After the 14 days, it becomes $97, but I'm giving it to you for free. Just click the link below, all right? I'm going to take the address in to propstream.com, and PropStream tells me a lot of information about the property, what's going on in the area, what things are selling for, stuff like that. It's just going to give you more details. Now, with this, I want to look at the comparables. Comparables are important because it's telling you what has sold in the area of the property that we have. So 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, we know that. So I'm gonna type that here, 3, 1.5. I'm gonna type that here. So we know that's 3. We know this is 1.5 and this is 1.5. So right here on this side right here, it's gonna show us everything that has sold. That's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, because that's what our property is. It has to be comparable. Now, boom, we got 3750, 37,500, 2,000, 200,000, 198, 179, 227. Now, once we know the beds and bath are the same, now we can go off the square footage in a lot. 1864 is our property, 6,500. So whatever is the most comparable is the numbers that we're going to be able to use to be able to have a ceiling of what we can sell this property for, okay? So we know we have, boom, right here. This is kind of comparable. These are all pretty close in range as far as the lot size and the square footage. So I like these. So right now we have the high being at 227 and we have our low being at 179. So let's just call this 215, okay? We're gonna say 215, we're gonna find the middle. So 215 is what these properties are selling for. Our seller only wants 179,900. Now what we have to do next is call the owner, pick up the phone, call the owner because the information's right here. Hello, Mr. or Mr. Seller. My name is Rhonda. I'm an investor in your area, and I see that you have your property at 5519 Canaway Street. Are you still interested in selling? Are you open to allow me to come and view the property? They're gonna say yes because they're selling the property, guys. So once we go, we're gonna take pictures and we're gonna evaluate and we're gonna walk the property and we're gonna make sure that the pictures that they have here are exactly what the house looks like right now. So once we do that, we're gonna say, okay, this makes sense. I like this deal. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use what's called an ARV calculator, guys. ARV calculator is literally gonna help us know what we can offer to make this deal work for everybody involved, okay? So 70% is what most buyers are looking for when they're gonna be fixing, flipping, when they're gonna do any kind of repairs on the property. It has to make sense for everybody involved, right? So we know that this property we said is gonna be worth $215 after repair value. $215 is what they've sold at, okay? That's their after repair value, ARV. And we say, let's just say our renovations are gonna be $10,000 because the house looks okay. It just looks very outdated, okay? So we're gonna use a small number for this because somebody may just wanna be a landlord. Somebody may wanna do a light fix and then do something else to it, but we're gonna use a small number for the sake of training, okay? And let's just say for this property, we wanna make $10,000. Because we know it's gonna take $10,000 for us to put our Airbnb together, right? $10,000 is the capital that we're gonna need for our Airbnb business. Follow along, guys. $10,000 is what we want. So it says our maximum price, right, that we can offer the seller is $130,000, okay? We can go back to the seller and say, hey, Mr. Seller, I know that you want 179, but based off the numbers and based off everything that's happening in the area, I can really only offer you about 130, something like that. Are you interested in that number? The owner is gonna say one of two things. It's gonna be yes or it's gonna be no. A lot of times when they make this number here, they're not doing the market research. These are numbers that are based off emotions. People have raised their families there. They've put in work over 20, 30 years of them living there. Their neighbor down the street sold for 179, so they think that their property's worth 179. So this is us going in and looking at the numbers. Men lie, women lie, numbers do not lie, guys. So this is all that's being sold in the area, 200, 198, 179, 227. And all these properties are comparable. Same bed, same bath, same square footage. You're looking at the year built. They're pretty much all the same, around the same year. These are pretty comparable numbers right here. So them making the 179, you have to then go to them and just let them know what you found, right? They're gonna say yes or they no, say no. Boom, once they say yes, you make the deal for 130, you then have a contract. You're gonna fill out a contract. It's gonna be an agreement where it says you're gonna be the buyer, they're gonna be the seller, and now you have the right to sell the agreement. We're not selling the house because we're not real estate agents. We don't have a license. We are selling the contract. It's called an assignment, right? So now we have 30 days to sell the assignment to somebody at 140, right? 140,500. And then once we sell it to the buyer, our end buyer, we get to keep the middle, which is $10,000. Now with our $10,000, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out and we're gonna start our Airbnb business, right? We're gonna go out now and start our Airbnb business because we now have $10,000 of free capital. Now, will this take a little bit of time? Maybe 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, yes. But instead of you going into your pocket for $10,000, instead of you taking out a loan, instead of you using a credit card that has interest, you can now use this method, which is called the middleman method, and you can get free capital to now start your Airbnb business, guys. I hope that makes sense. I want to make this make sense as much as possible for you because this is a method I've been using since 2018 to get all of my Airbnb properties, to start my Turo business, to start my marketing agency. And this is a method that I teach my students inside of my Property to Profit Academy, where I literally walk you step by step. I hold your hand until you close your first deal, and then I help you get into your Airbnb business. If you want to get more information and learn exactly what I do and how I help people, I want you to click the discovery link call in the below in the description, set up a free call, let's get on the phone and let me answer any questions that you might have. Guys, I'll see you on the inside, and I look forward to hearing of all the success stories about your first wholesale property deal and your first Airbnb unit. I'll talk to you soon.